Brad, next game we
Yep.
got. Also, to me, an interesting game. We have New England on the road, minus 16 at Washington.
Cool. I think Washington could cover this game, man. I think they could win or lose by about 14. And I think that Buffalo was such a difficult out for New England that maybe they're a little beat up, a little bruised up. Maybe they overlook Washington a little bit, and they end up winning by a couple touchdowns. But 16 to me is high for a road team. Washington.
You're insane.
Yeah, you think so?
You are insane. And I'll tell you why. You know I know my Washington Redskins, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll give you that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
even though I'm not the fanatic anymore, because as people who watch who regularly follow this knows, Dan Snyder has ruined my fandom of the Washington Redskins. I can't root for Dan Snyder to be happy. I just can't do it. I'm not that good of a person. Okay, I'm not a big person. Okay, I'm not. Let's be honest.
I get you.
I root
Yeah.
against Dan Snyder. I can't get around it. I just
Yeah,
can't.
I hear you. He's
Anyway.
hard to like.
But I know this team. I know this team well. I've been following them for 30 years, right? And I pray that Dan Snyder just sells the team and just puts all the fans out of our misery. But he's not going to do it, so it is what it is. But yeah, man, like the Redskins, they can never handle the Patriots. The wheels are kind of falling off the organization. Case Keenum, his foot hurts at this point. He might not play, which means Haskins might be playing. I like Haskins okay, but I've been saying this ever since the Washington Redskins drafted him. The Haskins should start hype is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
He has way too much. He's way too raw. He has way too much, what's the guy's name? Jameis Winston in him. Throws the ball too high, misses bad. New England could outscore Washington defensively and off. And actually, this is the stat, Brad, that we heard. New England has scored more points with defense and special teams than they've given up in the season.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. I've never heard anything like that. Have you?
That's
crazy.
When Chicago had who was that really nasty returner that they had?
Hester.
Yeah, when they had Hester, Chicago was like that, and they carried that through. But I'm telling you, New England's defense is the best it's been probably since like the early 2000s, and Washington's offense is as bad as it's been under the Gruden regime. I see this. I wrote down 50-6. I think New England could score 50 points if they feel like it. So I'm heavy. I know we don't agree with it, and that's fine. But in my pick'em pools and everything, I think that is the one. But everybody's probably already used New England in those survivor pools anyway. So, all right, agree to disagree there, Brad. All right, Brad. Let's see. Fantasy-wise, start your Patriots and don't start a single Redskin. There you go. There's my advice.
What was your fantasy take there? Start New England and don't start a single Buffalo Bill.
Don't start a single Washington Redskin.
Yeah, that's good.
Listen to these computer projections. Okay, these are DraftKings numbers too, so they're always inflated more than than an ESPN league, right? Quarterback, whether it's Haskins, and Haskins would actually be worse because I would project more interceptions. A 10. Running back, Adrian Peterson, a 4. Chris Thompson, a 7, only because they're going to have to throw more screen passes to try to catch up. McLaurin, if he plays, would be a 7.8. Paul Richardson would be a 5.6. Quinn would be a 7.8. Davis at tight end would be a 3.6. Don't start any Redskins. That's my computer projection, and that's my personal opinion after watching this damn team for 30 years.
Yeah. All right, take it easy.
Besmirch our good name. I used to have so much pride. You know, I'd be wearing a freaking Redskins hat right now if it weren't for that freaking Dan Snyder. I can't stand that
He's
guy.
terrible. He's terrible.
He's so bad. He's so bad. I'm not going to take it easy, Brad. I know you want me to calm down. I'm not going to do it.
You're right.
I'm not going to do
You're
it.
right. I'm actually just saying that to infuriate you.
I know. I used to love. You know, I used to just wake up and just be happy that the Redskins were on, and then like. Oh my gosh. I've never actually gone into the emotion of this. I got to dial it back. You're right, Brad. I got to dial it back. Let's talk about New England's projections. Brady, start him. Running backs I don't love because the Redskins give up so much passing yards. I think that'll be the game plan. Every receiver, Edelman, Dorsett, I think has the best of the game. So if you're looking for daily fantasy, he's probably going to be the cheaper of these receivers, but I think he has the biggest game there. Gordon might be actually, I think Dorsett because he's been utilized so much, but Dorsett I think is the crown jewel of this game. And actually, I think Burkhead will get in the end zone on a screen pass this week too. So there's an actual daily fantasy little nugget for you. But anyway,
Nice.
Brad, let's move it. Let me put that behind me. Let me put that bad energy behind me. Anyway,
Hey, everybody gets one, man. Go ahead.
oh